The Brooklyn
Hey,
came out. Hey, baby
how
girl,
are you
Lisa, how you
doing?
doing? I'm good. I'm good. It's a little different. I know. I
It
know.
is.
We normally we get you on when we doing funny stuff, at night. And today I wanted to talk to you because I've been watching what's going on with you, and I wanted to do it woman to woman because I just told Trent, we just got up for Trent thing, and I told Trent, I said, I am not happy at the fact that all these grown men that you are consenting to do the interview with, but they're not taking care of you. And what I mean by that is that I don't agree with them telling you need to apologize because I have yet to hear them say to him, I need you to apologize to your wife, or why are you doing this in public to your wife?
Mhm.
And I just told that to Trent. We just had a very open conversation with everybody listening.
Mhm.
and I say that because and the way I feel about this right now, I have been very mutual. I have not taken a side. I have not said anything. I have been very neutral,
You've
but
been the middle person. You've been
I
very
have.
neutral to hear
I
both
and
sides.
for both sides. And what kind of got me today was the interview that Trent just did with I don't know, Mufasa manager.
Yeah.
I can't say his name. I can't.
It was a three-ring circus. I'm
It
not going to
was.
lie.
It was.
And there were so many lies coming out of his mouth, his stuttering, trying to make another lie to cover another lie. And it made me sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's my thing that, and that, like I told Trent on his, I said the problem I have. I'm in the music industry and I actually manage artists and all that. I do that, but my problem with this is when you have an artist, you do not get in their business. You don't get in the middle. You don't talk about his wife. And I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. I've been watching Mufasa for a long time, like 3 weeks, and
Mhm.
I noticed what he's posted in his stories, and I noticed you never said nothing. I was like, okay, well, this is interesting, and I didn't know that you was blocked until you said it, and I said, oh, that makes sense because the Lisa we all seen and they portrayed on TV, Lisa snapped back. She clapped back real hard, but
Yeah.
never said nothing when he kept posting certain things in the storyline, and I was like, well, are they together? Why do you keep talking about what she said to you that was months ago? You said you forgive her. Because when you forgive somebody, you don't keep talking about it. So I'm watching and I'm like, okay, okay. So I guess you found out, and this is just my story. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking you found out what he's been doing, and you was like, you know what? I'm holding your money. You ain't getting it. If this is how you feel about me, and you going out here doing this, I'm just gonna hold on to it. And until you apologize to me and unblock me from everything, then we can talk about it. But for
Mhm.
right now, I'm just gonna sit here and now I'm gonna clap back. Now you're clapping back and saying, no, don't be doing this to me. And like I said on Trent, when me and Trent's talking, I said, this is real life. This is somebody's life. The relationship is unfolding publicly, and this is a publicity stunt for music.
Yes, it
I
is.
I'm in the music industry. I do music.
That's where I'm going to say, Vicki, because right now, if you've been following closely the interviews that Usman has done,
Hmm.
it's all evolving around this song he's going to drop tomorrow.
It is, and it's
Because he's dropping the music at 99 cents with 150,000 viewers. He stands to make a lot of money off dropping this song.
exactly.
The strategic move is,
The,
these people don't realize this. They're seeing what they want to see, but they're not looking at the whole picture.
exactly.
This is a man I've been with for 3 years that I fell in love with, not knowing I was being played for a fool for 3 years.
Right.
And it will reveal as time goes on because all truth comes to light.
Right. And I'm gonna say this, woman to woman, and I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care. I care, but I don't care. But I'm gonna say this, woman to woman. Go wait until exhale. White woman version. Go for it
Mhm.
because I understand why you're pissed. I'm pissed off at the fact that these men call themselves men, but I have not heard one yet protect you
None.
at all. I have not heard not one, but we lift up our men. We stand by our men.
Mhm.
I stand by men. I see men out here that are heterosexual. I mean, that look beautiful, and I'd be like, yo, you fine. Back in the day, maybe, but not right now. I support men.
Yes.
I am men. I'm a man's biggest fan. But here's my problem: you don't beat up on no woman. You don't do that, not even verbally. And I said before, I have Jamaican in my family. I have my stepfather raised me. He's
Mm-hmm.
Barbados. He was a very good example of how to treat a woman. He treated my mom great. I've never heard them argue. And I know they had disagreement. Never, never. He never embarrassed her. Even if she did something that was embarrassing to him, he kept his control and waited till they was in private and took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have, now that we, TLC, they're in the business to get ratings, to entertain people. So
Mm-hmm.
of course they're gonna clip things here and there and make the best clip make you look good.
Yeah.
When you in the entertainment business, you sign on for that. And we get that
Yeah.
part. But right now,
We're talking real life.
we're talking real life. And when you do interviews, when you're supposed to be doing interviews about your money, about your music, you don't have to get TLC permission because you're doing it about music. But when you get on there and you end up start bashing your wife because of the show, now we're dealing with something else.
Yes. And that was the hardest thing to watch when he was on Michael Blackson. I watched him on the Breakfast Club interview. He trashed me, and no woman should ever experience that type of humiliation, that type of heartache, the emotional and psychological abuse of what Usman has done.
Right.
No human being should do this.
Not public, right.
I'm telling you, because people are jumping up and down on this. You all can jump up and down. I'm not budging off my platform. This man has humiliated me to the highest extreme. I took care of him while he was in the military. Okay?
Yep.
He jumped AWOL. He was stationed at a base because of the Boko Haram he ran. He located into Kaduna. He's been hiding in his friend's house, Giant. Then, after we were married, he got an apartment of his own. Okay? The letter, I have the letter showing that his name was to go for this base. Another friend of his from the Air Force medical field was going to rig his paperwork so he would not have to go to that base.
Wow.
He said, if you don't help me out, I'm going to have to go back to the military and you won't hear from me for a month. So he strategically, mentally abused me that I actually gave him more money to keep him safe. All this time he was scamming me just to get here to the United States.
And to be fair, let me ask you this, Lisa. Did any of your women intuitions go off inside of you about this? Like, did any red flags come?
As soon as I returned to the United States,
okay,
the behavior started changing.
Okay.
I said it on Michael Blackson, now I'll say it again. He became MIA. He was not reachable. He wouldn't take my calls. He would block me. He blocked me on Facebook. He blocked me on Instagram. He would block me on WhatsApp. He's changed his number or blocked my number from calling him direct.
Okay.
Now, if this is a man who claims that he loved me so much, why would you block your wife?
Well, I'm going to say this. He did not play the game correctly, whatever game he was playing. He must be playing checkers and not chess. Because I ain't going to block nobody that's getting my money.
Exactly. Exactly. And, I saw the pawn make his move with Trent. That was pathetic. Bad Moose, you want to turn it into a 3-ring circus? Just bring it on, because let me tell you, Bad Moose, when I speak and the documentation comes out, don't say I didn't warn you.
And I'm going to say this. Let me ask you this. Do you think that they're using you to get more gain and traction? Because it might have it fell off for a while. So do you think that they're using you?
Exactly. They want to build up this to an orgasm, let's put it that way, because he's getting ready to drop that music. So if they can create drama, it's going to get these women jumping up and down around the world so they buy that music. He's going for empathy, not sympathy, empathy. He's manipulating his fans. He manipulated his family. And what hurts the most is his mom. Okay? I was there. And when I tell you it's a poor family, it's a very poor family. But to use me to gain out of poverty and shame yourself, shame your wife, your friends, your government, your military. Usman, you and I had deep discussions about this, and you wonder why Donald Trump has banned Nigerians to come into the United States. It's because of shit like this.
Let me ask you a question. Have you talked to his mom, or can you talk to his mom? Have you talked
She
to his brother?
she doesn't speak English.
Okay.
The brother is, you know, because they see that as millions of dollars over there.
Right, right.
Okay, they're not going to acknowledge his behavior of cheating on me, trashing
Right.
me publicly.
They're not.
The
That's
brother,
correct.
like his brother, called him a scammer, and he said, "I'm a scammer if I donate the money." I said, "Well, God will judge me on that day. God will be my judge. Not none of these people here. None of these people here can
Right.
judge me. You can say what you want. As I told you, Vicki, I'm this close to shutting everything down.
I know. I know you are. I know you are. And I appreciate you doing this because I feel like right now the sensitiveness of I want you to understand this. I do not I don't like the fact that y'all business is out in public because it kind of made a turn. It went left field. It really did. Um, but I want you to know, woman to woman, you do not deserve to be beat up the way you're being beat up by the people that are having you on their show as
He's
the men.
crucifying me. He's crucifying. They're crucifying me.
And you have no choice but to try and defend yourself. Because I'm gonna tell you, if it was me, I would come out swinging really harder. We made the
Mm-hmm.
movie Wait Till Exhale for a reason. Those were not made up. Those events really did happen. So whether people want to believe that or not is up to you. Um, but I'm gonna say this, Lisa. Your marriage is your marriage, and I don't want you to follow his lead if you can help it. I don't
Yeah.
want you to be his tool of walking over anymore. You don't need to allow him to use you to gain what he's gaining anymore. Because he's gaining a
Mm-hmm.
whole lot of track. Because I know you're like, well, ain't nobody else defending me. Ain't nobody else talking for me. Ain't nobody telling him, to be quiet. And you're right. Because his manager should be telling him to stick to just talking about music and not talking about his relationship
Well,
publicly.
see, that's just it. They're going for, and I'll respect Giant because Giant's not come public and said anything.
Okay.
Bad Moose is trashing me. My husband is trashing me because you want to gain that popularity. I respect Giant and the other Usman because they have not spoke publicly bad about me. Giant stood for me. Giant and I talked, and he said when he returns, because Bad Moose' father died, that he is going to take Usman to Abuja and he will get me my divorce papers. I told Giant I want my divorce. And
Mm,
Giant, he said, my daughter, it will be done. Because
mm,
he doesn't like what Usman's doing to me. He doesn't like it at
okay.
all.
Yeah, I don't condone any man that publicly drag their wife when they should be actually promoting their music when they're doing these interviews. If it's about your music, let it be about your music. But why are you dragging her through? I don't care what's going on. I don't care. You just don't do that. And I know a lot of musicians that are married to men that has had fallings out and they don't drag their wife. They just
No,
don't do it.
it doesn't happen.
It doesn't, and it
And,
shouldn't happen.
and the bad part is, I don't want the world to see that, and I'm not even going to say Nigeria. I don't want them to look at Africa in a whole that it's a scamming country because I have beautiful sisters and brothers in Africa that are legitimately working a real job.
And I'm gonna say this about Nigeria: scammers are everywhere. We have them here in America.
Yes.
We have them here in America. They're in Nigeria. We have them in China. They are everywhere. So it's they are out there, regardless if they come from Nigeria or they come from America. They are out there. Period. The end. Yes, I don't think you're bashing Africa at all. I don't think nobody's bashing Africa. Beautiful country. Want to go? I want to go. I want to go there. I do.
It's
So
beautiful. It's a beautiful country. The people are beautiful. Because like Trent was joking yesterday when I showed you Hemrel. He's
mhm,
a very good friend of mine. He lives in Curry. I always pronounce it wrong. I've known him for almost 7 years now. Okay. Very good young man. Very talented. But he works a real job in Nigeria.
awesome.
Not one of these scammers. I have beautiful people here in the States from Nigeria that work real jobs. You know, Nigeria is no different from any other country in the world. We have our good and we have our bad,
Mm-hmm.
no matter where you are in the world.
You're right. I've dated a Nigerian woman.
Yes.
I told I wasn't going to Africa. They might try and kill me. I ain't doing that because they don't condone it over there.
No, that's why
and
Nigerian women will leave the country,
come here,
over here so they can be comfortable with their sexuality and live the life that they want to live.
Yep.
I know many like that, and I applaud them. I back them 100% because there's a young girl right now. I'll move heaven and hell to keep her safe because of what's getting ready to go.
And I know you will. I can tell that you will, and I know you will. You a woman that says what she says, and we move on. And I'm gonna say this: I appreciate the fact, no matter how many times they keep bringing it up, and I'm not bringing it up. I don't want you to say anything, but I'm telling you, I appreciate the fact that you have apologized for the text that you sent him.
Yes.
And how it's being dragged. I appreciate that. I appreciate you apologizing numerous times for that. Do I believe it? Do I believe it's a part of your behavior? No, I don't. Because if I did, I wouldn't even be talking to you. I don't even think you'd be talking to me. Because
exactly,
real people that are racist don't want to be among nobody black. Exactly. And I've been around some people
black,
like that.
not even black, any race.
Anyway,
because I see that where I live, there's racist people here, and they won't even speak to me because of I talk to everybody's family. I don't care what color you are. And there's people like that. In fact, the young girl that was on the show with me, her name is Nikki.
That's okay.
All right, all her children are interracial. Her eldest daughter, and she's pure African. Their family, they're my grandbabies. She's getting ready to have I'm getting ready to be a grandma.
Congratulations.
You know, it's not the race thing. And what I said in text, I apologize profusely. I put it on my page. I put it on my storyline. I apologize to very influential Nigerian people.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm getting ready to make this same analogy, and we're going to move on from this. And I want you to not talk about it no more. Just like Kevin Hart said, and I thought it was a great thing. He said, I said something about the gay community I shouldn't have. I apologize for it, and I'm done with it. And guess what? I want you to be done with it. You apologized more than enough, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that you saw where it hurt us, hurt me, or hurt the color of the skin of the people that I'm with, and you did apologize, and I thank you for that. Okay? So we're gonna move on from that. I'm done with that. And I want you to be done with that. And I'm saying this live.
This is going to be a turning point. There's going to be a whole new revelation coming. And I'm not sure where my journey is going to lead me. That's in God's hands.
You're going to be okay. All right. You're going to be okay. Lisa, we're going to end this. I'm not going to let you do that on live. We're not going to do that. Okay?
All right.
So we're going to talk later. Me and Trent, we go live later on, and we're going to bring some funny, okay?
All right. That sounds good. I need
All
to
right.
laugh.
All right.
All right.